Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you something that's probably going to be it's probably going to help people, less people than more people. And what I mean by that is that this probably isn't going to be something that very many people go do, but I thought that it was pretty cool and I wanted to share it with you guys. So what I have here is my Palmetto State Armory AKV SBR. When I bought this thing, it was the pistol with the SBA3 brace on it. So, many different versions of the AKV they sell. The version that I have has the M4 stock adapter. So basically, this block that you see here is threaded, which will accept a standard AR-15 buffer tube or receiver extension. No buffer spring inside of it because it's not needed. And then you can put whatever stock or at that time SBA3 brace on it. Um, when I got it, I did really wanted a folding brace version. PSA, they do sell, and I believe it is made by SB Tactical, a classic looking triangular skeleton stock folding brace on it. And then, of course, they also do sell a version that has the Picatinny adapter. And I may be wrong in thinking that the triangular brace is just the one that has the Picatinny adapter on it. But always wanted a folding stock adapter on it just because the AKV with the short little 10.5-inch barrel, it does, folding it down to a compact package. It is cool, whether how useful it may be or not. I haven't tried putting this one in a backpack yet. In my opinion, anything with a folding stock, at least for my purposes, I don't have to worry about being in a car, or at least I haven't yet. If it doesn't really need the fold, if it doesn't fit in a backpack. I mean, that's kind of the whole reason. I've had other AKs with folding stock, such as my Arsenal SLR 106, which is a 5.56 standard folding stock on it. Sure, it's kind of cool to fold it and shoot it from the hip, but for real practical uses, it's not really that useful. So anyway, did still want a folding stock adapter on this and just kind of never got around to getting it. There are some other pieces that you have to buy for a long time, especially since COVID started and over the last couple of years. It was very hard to find those pieces that you needed for the Picatinny adapter. In order to mount up, whatever stock or brace that you may want. So just recently, I ended up taking off the Law Tactical folder off my 12.5 because again, it wouldn't fit in a backpack, so it wasn't very useful to me. Ended up taking it off, and I was just going to sell it on ARFCOM's Equipment Exchange, and then I was thinking, it's like, I wonder if this would fit on my AKV, being that this has an adapter to take an M4 stock, and sure enough, I figured I'd give it a shot, and sure enough, it did fit. The Law Tactical folders, they definitely are not cheap. That's why I say that this is definitely not the common route that most people would go. But if you prefer a Law Tactical folder, or you already have one sitting around in a box and you have an AKV with the M4 stock adapter, it does work. Just like any standard Law Tactical folder, you just push the button, allows you to fold it in half. Folds to the left-hand side only, which for me, being a lefty, makes this actually, for the most part, unfireable since the buttstock gets in the way. If you're a righty, it would definitely work for folding, shooting it folded or from the hip. And what I did notice also, so with my AKV having the M4 stock adapter, it does have the rear stock tang. So if I were to put a standard stock on this, that is what's already attached. As you can see from the video, the gate here, which typically would hold in the BCG extension if you were using this on an AR-15, it gives you just enough clearance from that tang. You get just enough clearance. Obviously, you don't need the extension piece because there is no reciprocating BCG with the AKV. As usual, locks up tight. On top of that, so typically with the Law Tactical folder, you do have a threaded collar. The threaded collar down in here, which if I can get it to focus, you can see these notches. There is a tool that you use to tighten that threaded collar in. Being that the rear tang was on here, I could not use the tool. So I basically just had to use an aluminum punch and a hammer and tighten it down that way. It does feel nice and snug and secure. I haven't actually shot it yet, so I don't know if it's going to loosen up on me, but it still worked. Additionally, on top of that, one of the benefits that I had of this was on a shorter gun like this, I do like having a QD sling attachment point down here at the base plate. The one that was on there was just your standard end plate, doesn't have a QD attachment on it. What I was running previously was one of these GG&G castle nut sling adapters. It slides on underneath and then it locks into the castle nut. It does work very well. That's kind of why you see a difference in paint here, because this was previously on here when I rattle canned it. But one of the benefits was once I was able to remove the Law Tactical folder from my 12.5, being that I had staked the end plate, I ordered a new one. So I was basically just going to end up throwing this away because since it had stake marks on it, and this is the LMT QDM plate. So adding a lot of tactical folder allowed me to put on the QDM plate as well. Restaked it just to make sure the capsule doesn't spin off. And yeah, sure, you can see some of the old stakes on there. I don't really care on this gun. So just kind of cool. Again, probably not going to be useful for the majority of people, but if you ever wondered if it would work, Law Tactical folder on your AKV with M4 stock adapter, it does. Thanks for watching.